Hello and welcome to A Bit Above Podcast.
I'm Audra.
And I'm Hadassah, and we are two average women living oceans apart. Our show displays a reachable lifestyle where we work to be better versions of ourselves in our day-to-day life. We know that the constant strive for perfection can lead to anxieties and disappointment, so we make changes that enhance our lives without giving up the things we love. Join us each week as we chat about motherhood, positivity, feel-good stories, relationships, and everything in between. I did what you told me, and I put makeup on today before the podcast.
How do you feel?
Honestly, like a hooker, because I put on I put on mascara. I have never done it that bad in my entire life. I literally have spiderwebs.
10 years ago, I think, there was like all the rave, black eyeliner all the way around your eyeballs and spider eyes. That's all I ever saw.
That's kind of how I look right now. You had said that I should put makeup on, so I just did like a quickie. After I put the mascara on, I just felt so weird by just having mascara. So I was like, oh, let's put some eyeliner on. Totally backwards. I went to my makeup drawer, found my eyeliner. Turns out it's dry because I haven't used it in like a few years. I put some eyeshadow, like black eyeshadow around my eyes, completely around my eyes, because I figured nobody really sees this anyways. We're not videoing it or anything. You look cute today.
Thank you. I too put a little eyeliner. I just bought a new one. I did that and just mascara today, but I did actually put a little effort into my hair, and instead of just letting it air dry, I scrunched it back to its natural curl like it normally has. But because it's like, 20 miles long, it usually just hangs, the weight of it pulls the curl down. So it's just barely wavy on a normal day. But today it is extra wavy.
After I shared my wedding story last week, I received a really touching message from another bride, and I wanted to read it for you.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, go on.
She wrote, "Hey, Hadassah, I had to reach out after listening to your podcast. I got married in June, like you, taken by surprise. My family and my husband's family were in America, and so much planning and excitement was just canceled. Thank you so much for talking about it. I have been mourning silently for so long, and I feel like nobody understands. I also felt like when I got engaged pre-COVID, it was quote unquote too good to be true. Your words were so accurate and brought me to tears. Thank you so much for sharing. I felt very seen and understood when listening to your story."
I love that. I'm so glad she wrote and reached out to you.
Yeah, I was really glad to get a message like that because it made it so worth it for me to share my story, because even if it just brought comfort to one person, it just adds to the benefit of sharing my story,
I get how it's relatable, and I am sure it is relatable to more than one person. Last week, we set 2 goals for ourselves, internal and physical. So we're going to get an update on how each of us did with those goals. I'll go first because I feel like I should walk the walk of shame.
Wait, what was your goals?
So my physical goal was to increase my exercise level. So unless leaving my charger cords and making an extra trip upstairs to the studio counts as extra exercise, I bombed at completing my goal for last week.
And what was your internal goal?
To be more grateful and to acknowledge the things that I'm grateful for. I still haven't put the words to paper, though I have felt them in my heart. That does count. I feel it in my heart.
When?
I can physically say.
Honestly? For real? Honestly, when was the time you felt that way?
Anytime I look at our analytics on our podcast and the numbers go up, I am more and more grateful of what we are doing.
My goals were writing down the things that I was grateful for in my gratitude journal, and also to drink 3 liters of water a day.
See, I can do the water. Literally, I am limited to 2 things to drink: water and cold tea. With the exception of today, well, I guess it's not an exception. It is still cold tea, but it's Starbucks. Probably not helping with the weight part.
Well, do you drink 3 liters water a day?
I gotta equate that, but probably pretty close. I definitely drink a lot of water. I think my container holds 3 cups at a time, and that gets filled 3 to 4 times a day. And then I also have a cold tea.
So let's go to each one of our goals and dissect it. Let's start with the gratitude journal because we both had the same goals. So let's see how we both did. So did you
No. I'm sorry.
How many times did you do it?
The amount of times I wrote in my gratitude journal equals 0.
Why?
Sorry. Let's see. There's no pen near my nightstand. Cat jumps in the way. I'm too tired to write.
All right, I'm stopping your excuses, okay? We're just going to move on because part of self-enhancement is to just keep going no matter our setback. So I'm going to talk about my gratitude this week.
Ooh, how many times did you write in your journal?
Do we have to say a number? Was it 7 days? No, it was like 3. Okay. But I actually came for show and tell and I brought my journal so I can read you some of my entries. And they're very short. They're very tiny. So I thought I not only will express my gratitude in my book, but express it on the podcast.
Well, you got me beat. You at least wrote stuff down.
Oh, not only did I, but my husband did too.
Dang, I'm totally stinking at this.
Here are some things that I was grateful for this week. My husband, my baby, and my cat. My new and close friend, Audra, and all the light she brings to my life. The B Team Facebook group and everyone who I got to know from it.
Also love that one.
For being in a healthy mental and emotional mindset and for getting through postpartum depression. After a scary pregnancy, we have a healthy baby.
Yes, you do.
For a week without fighting with my husband.
Oh, that should get like underlined exclamation point.
One of them says, fun time with my hubby this morning, wink.
Oh, well, we're going there, I see. Okay, go on.
Those are my examples. I'm not going to go on.
Oh, well, now we know what the rest of them are.
I didn't do it as much as I wanted to do it, but I did do it, and that's really the key. Now, Audra.
Wait, you did what?
My goal.
Things you won't talk about or writing in your journal?
No, my expressing gratitude goal.
Well, now I feel like I have goals to accomplish, even more than the ones I didn't accomplish last week.
Why?
Because you wrote in yours, and I still haven't even done it. Okay.
It's okay. It's fine.
Let me give a little backstory. Not an excuse, a little backstory on this gratitude journal, which I absolutely love. Shout out the shop forward. The day that I received my gratitude journal, I'm going to do this without crying, was literally the same day I lost my cat. And I'll talk about the pet later because I'm just not ready to. But that particular day, I just didn't have a whole lot to be grateful for. So it's kind of bittersweet. I look at the journal and I think, gosh, I really need to start filling that out because I really need to put on pen and paper just for the main fact that I can go back on the days that I have a down day and look at the things that I was really grateful for, right? I'm just having a hard time opening that book to start writing in it. Couldn't Amazon or the post office or however the heck it was shipped, couldn't they have sent it like, late, like all everyone else's packages are arriving late? Like, did it really have to come that particular day?
I'm sure that's hard. That something that was for gratitude and good was a reminder of something that was so hard for you, you know?
For lack of better words, it just, sometimes it sucks. But we take the things that happen in our lives and we try to make the very best of them, but we're human and we don't have control. I'm trying to take the best out of what got handed to me. It takes some time to process and figure out where to pull something positive or to pull basically myself together after such an event.
Audra, what if you just took a regular notepad, nothing cute and pink and ombre for now, and just wrote down the 4 things you're grateful for each day without the notebook?
I mean, that's a possibility. I do have another journal. It's just it's like a positive affirmation journal. Not knowing I was going to get the other one, which was stellar. And I haven't cracked that one open either, but I do have another source where I could write down words. I think I can get through the hurdle and I think I can crack it open. Like I feel positive that like tonight I should just crack it open and write stuff down. There's nothing really stopping me from writing things down. I think it's just that mental block of association for like a crappy day to something that I received that was actually meant to bring such positivity to our lives.
I know you, and I know how hard it is for you to talk about things like this. Even if you're not ready to write things down in the journal or you're not really ready to go into the full story, you still had the power to just talk about it for a bit. And that also is a sign that you're trying to heal from things.
Oh, definitely. I was taken back, didn't expect to have such emotions, but I do, and they're natural. I try like hell to bury them.
Well, I'm so glad we both cried on this podcast.
To make myself feel better, you were the first one to cry.
Oh, no, I'm proud of you for talking about this. Like,
I thought I could handle it. I thought I was okay until I opened my mouth like my brain was there.
yeah, but having emotions is okay. It doesn't mean you're not handling it. You're feeling emotions. That's amazing.
Yeah, but we're still going to ask Mr. Nicholsworth why we have to feel emotions sometimes. Why can't we just block things out?
Do you know how many times during my day I'm like, oh, we got to ask Josh this. We got to ask Josh that. And I'm like, why don't I just ask my own therapist this?
Well, I don't have a therapist. I mean, I just use you.
You don't have a therapist?
I've never gone to therapy for anything. I read a lot of Deepak Chopra, however it's pronounced. So sorry. And Eckhart Tolle or Tolle. Again, on pronunciation. So sorry, boys. I read a lot of positive affirmations. I surround myself with as many positive people as I humanly can. And I just have the mindset that I can pull something good from any situation. And that's how I keep going forward. But there are definitely some things where I struggle. And I think maybe those are the times that maybe I could use that unbiased opinion like a therapist.
I think that once you go to therapy for the first time ever, you're going to love it. It rocks.
I'm sure they're doing like virtual visits. So like all the things, I could just imagine my session. And, you know, if an emotion comes up, I'd be like, okay, we're done this session for today. And I'll end it.
You might learn how to have emotions and feel them.
Oh, I know how to have them. I just want to know how to get rid of them. I mean, deal with them, not get rid of them. Emotions are good because with bad emotions come good emotions, and emotions are all sorts of things. They're not just negative things. I just want to make sure everyone
for sure
knows. I know emotions are not negative. They're all the things. Just some of them I'd rather just kind of skip past.
We said our first goals were gratitude. So I think moving forward, before we do another internal goal to kind of express gratitude a little bit more, maybe we can do some together. I do mine with Aurel, so maybe we can do it the three of us on FaceTime. That'll be cute. We can get Corey to fill in a journal. We could all sit and have like a couples date, like a double date.
Oh my gosh, that would be so fun. We should definitely do like a double date, or even if we like, you know, played a game or something, that would be fun. Yes. Not a video game. Sorry, Aurel. Or snooker. Yeah, whatever that.
I was just thinking about like what happened if we had a double date and we each like made dinner and had like FaceTime. I literally started cringing so bad. This is never happening.
Oh, so you're feeling emotions over this.
I feel emotions. I never said I don't feel emotions.
So tell me, Hadassah, how do you really feel?
I know. I just feel like it'd be awkward if we were like on like a double date from afar.
Yeah, literally, you're on one side of not even people. She is not even on another side of the same country. She's on a different side of the entire world than we are.
We're like 7 hours apart.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
What time is it for you?
2 p.m.
Well, it's 9 p.m. here.
When I wake up, she's in her afternoon.
And I'm like, good morning. Hello. Wake up. I'm bored. Hello. Good morning.
And I'm like, there's no snoozing.
Another goal that we had this week was which is physical activity. And tell me, what do you feel got in the way of that goal this week?
The 11 to 1200 square foot house that I have. Like, I literally don't go anywhere. So if I'm not asked to do something, I'm not taking the initiative upon myself to get something done. So I'm not like, you know, popping on, gosh, what was it? Xbox Connect, I think I have downstairs. I don't even remember what it's called, but I used to play games on Xbox because it got your body moving and they were fun and whatnot. And I used to play them all the time, and I don't even think about it anymore. So I think my goals are being kind of limited due to the square footage inside my house. Like, I can't run from room to room without, like, you know, I mean, literally we're talking just several feet away.
Do you have a yoga mat?
No, but my daughter does.
Oh, yeah. Well, obviously, whatever is hers is yours because you birthed her and you raised her.
Oh, this is true.
What I like to do is this specific YouTube video that all you need is a yoga mat for. In the past, like before I had a baby in like 2018 or so, I lost around 50 pounds. And well, it since has returned through getting pregnant, having a baby and all that. I'm also looking to lose weight again. This video that helped me the last time, it's called 7 Exercises for a Flat Stomach at Home. And it's by the YouTube channel called Glamours. I'll send you a link. It's only 13 minutes long, the video.
I've never used YouTube to look up an exercise routine.
Oh, really? Are you willing to try it?
Yeah.
How about instead of having a big goal that's like work out more, to kind of reel it back in and do a smaller specific goal, like doing this video? Let's say we both did it 3 times a week. Would you be willing to like be challenged with me?
Are we going to Zoom this together?
No way in hell.
Can we at least be on the phone at the same time?
No, I don't want to do it at 4 p.m. when you wake up. I want to do it when I wake up in the morning.
Well, and I'm not doing it at 2 o'clock in the morning when you wake up. So
we wake up, we do it on our own. Do you feel like that's more reachable?
Anything's better than the 0 amount that I'm doing now.
We're also trying to figure out this new life where we're recording and editing and all that stuff. So we're also in like a transition period ourselves.
I think 3 times, 3 out of 7. The odds are in our favor. It's not 4 out of 7. It's 3 out of 7. I think we can both manage that.
I need you to look into the camera right now. Look at me. Okay?
Yep. There you are.
There's no odds. Okay, this isn't gambling. If you want to do it 3 times out of 7 days, just do it 3 times. There's no odds. It's 100% odds.
Okay, fine.
I say this because we set so many mental blocks for the things that we want to do. To say like, oh, the odds are in our favor. Oh, it's more likely we'll be able to get it done. That's just a joke we tell ourselves to make it not seem like we have all the control.
Oh, the brain games. You're so right. I'm glad you're catching on to this because I guess this is one of those times where like mentally, you don't even realize what you're saying. And I'm saying it out loud and somebody's calling me out on it. So yeah, I don't have a reason not to do this. So we're doing this.
Oh, for sure. For sure. And we better be sore by the end of this week.
Okay, let's not get carried away now.
Yeah, but knowing us, we'll be sore the first time we do it.
We're going to be sore on day 1. Hey, let's see what we look like at the end of the week. We're going to be like those cartoons where like the horse is dragging its back end across the ground because it can't even lift.
Just promise me if you lose like a bunch of weight, can you please not shake your bottom on TikTok?
I am not going to be on TikTok. I look at TikTok, but I do not post videos on TikTok.
We've definitely been in this conversation before.
Yeah. For only to, save the sanity of my children who cannot believe I even downloaded TikTok. But okay, I do have a scale, but I don't use it. So I guess I'm going to go with the method of how the clothes fit. That's how I'm going to measure myself.
Oh, that's how I do it too.
I'm all about numbers. I don't feel my age that technically I am. And I don't feel like I weigh the number that's on a scale.
The last goal that I had made last week was to drink 3 liters of water. So I can say that there was no day I drank 3 liters of water, but I did drink more water this week because what I did was I filled up a 2-liter water jug and I just drank it, not even with a cup. I just drank it from the mouth.
Straight chugging.
Oh, yeah. And so I did drink more water this week, but moving forward, I'm going to try to be more intentional to actually drink the 3 liters. If you're thinking that you need to drink more water as well, try to finish your water intake by like 6 p.m. or so, because then you're not peeing all night. That's what I did when I was pregnant because I was already peeing a lot from being pregnant. So I drank the 3 liters before 6 p.m. and that really helped that.
How are you going to increase your water intake? What are you going to do to make that more achievable?
I'm going to start off by drinking 3 cups of water right before I drink my coffee. Sometimes I don't even feel like drinking my second cup of coffee because I already feel like I got enough water. But I have noticed for me, it works best if I just drink 3 cups right away because all of a sudden, like my head feels really clear. I don't feel all foggy like usually in the mornings you feel. Then while I'm editing the podcast, while I'm watching TV, while I'm taking care of the baby, I'll have my 2-liter jug and I'll just be chugging it.
My second question is, or this is just like a fun fact for me and tell me if it's the same for you. I like room temperature, not warm, people, not warm, room temperature water. I can't do ice cold water.
Oh my God, same.
I can drink a lot of water that is room temperature, but I will sip ice cold water and it will take me forever until all the ice is melted and it's gone back to room temperature, and then I'll just chug it.
Okay, wait. So to recap, this week we're looking into doing our YouTube video 3 times a week, or at least 3 times this week. We can figure out next week, you know what I mean? And then we got to drink more water. I'm going to try my 3 liters, but I mean, we should both be drinking water anyways. And then fill out the gratitude journal. Is that it?
I think so.
Thank you for sitting with us and listening to us chat. Coming up next Wednesday is our next episode, and we're going to have our first official segment of Hadassah Learns Pop Culture, and I'm going to give my feedback on Pretty Woman, and then also talking about words that we commonly mess up and what is the right way to say them.
Oh, that's going to be a good one, because some people think that I'm from the South, and I was born and raised here in the North, so this could get interesting.
Oh, and I lived in New Jersey, Texas, and Israel, so my vocabulary is a little weird.
So check out our Instagram at A Bit Above Pod. We're also on Twitter, Facebook, and you can email us at abitabovepod@gmail.com.